Would the meeting of the Alabama State University Board of Trustees come to order? At this time, let's have the invocation. Oh, gracious, dear Heavenly Father, we approach you in thanksgiving on this Founders Day. We thank you so much for those 9 brave men who saw fit to start this great institution. We don't take for granted their sacrifices. We just thank you so much for this institution, our board, our president, the administration, our faculty, our staff, and oh, dear Heavenly Father, our beautiful students. We ask that you come in this board meeting and let us speak and do the things that are always pleasing to you. And all these things we ask only in your Son, Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to have the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, Mr. President, would you please establish a quorum?
Sure, Madam Chairwoman. Chairwoman Dillard,
Here.
Pro Tem Madison,
Here.
Trustee Hudson,
Present.
Trustee Bracy, Trustee Edwards,
Here.
Trustee Fleming,
Present.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Here.
Trustee McKenzie, Trustee Means, Trustee Means, Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Here.
Trustee Witt. Here. You have a quorum.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the agenda. Are there any questions? Hearing none, Mr. President, roll call vote.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Bracy, Trustee Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie, Trustee Means, Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Yes. Motion carries, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the minutes. Are there any questions? Hearing none, Mr. President, roll call vote.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Bracy, Trustee Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie, Trustee Means,
Yes.
Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Yes. Motion carries, ma'am.
Thank you. At this time, Mr. President, it's your report.
Okay, thank you, Madam President, and I'm going to be brief. The first thing that I'm going to be brief, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Petty and institutional effectiveness. But the first thing that I'd like to say is thank you all for such a wonderful day. Our Founders Day was awesome, 126th Founders Day. But I want to report, we got a big gift from Ms. Mackenzie Scott. The 38 million. And of course, I don't know those of you all that have not heard me say it. You get 38 million and people give you 38 million ways that you can spend it. But we have not spent a dime of $38 million because it is our goal to keep it with our endowment, to let it grow into, infant. And thus far, with our 38 million being placed in our endowment, in an endowment fund, we have gained over $606,000 worth of interest. Now, having said that, living off the corpus of the 38 million is the goal. And so when we talk about living off of that, which is the interest, we have gained thus far $606,000 worth of interest. The three purposes that we will use that for, I want to be clear: scholarships, student scholarships. Number two, we will begin to build out our NIL. And number three, special projects on this campus. So we want to make the message clear that no, we hadn't taken 38 million and just poured it down a hole. It's in a great account that is bearing interest, and we will live off the interest. So I wanted to make sure that I made that clear, okay? So, Madam President, at this time, I'd like to yield to Dr. Tangela Petty, who is the Vice President of Institutional Effectiveness, Strategic Initiatives, and Transformation, for a satisfactory survey report on the entire ASU family. Dr. Petty. Good afternoon.
Well, I'm just giving an overview. They're going to set up and share the presentation. But today what we'll be doing is sharing the Ruffalo Noel Levitt's satisfaction survey from employers, employees, the students, and the alumni. And so you will get a data driven presentation about what their perspectives are, how we've improved in many of the areas. And then we'll end with some recommendations. But I'm going to introduce Mrs. Brenda Bakayemo. She's the Assistant Vice President of Planning and Strategic Analysis. And then we have Mrs. Agnes Wheeler. She's the IE coordinator, and two phenomenal women that provide me daily to analyze data and to make sure ASU is going in the right direction. I'll turn it over to Brenda. Share.
Somebody else trying to log in. Somebody else trying to log in.
So if it's okay, Dr. Ross, we can start with some basic.
Sure.
For the full presentation, you will have access, but we administer here at ASU, we administer a satisfaction survey every other year back to employees, to students, and to alumni. So our most recent administration of satisfaction surveys was this past spring 2025. So the results that you see today are the results from the spring 2025 administration. We're going to cover all three satisfaction surveys, the results for the student satisfaction first, then employee satisfaction, and then finally alumni satisfaction. And of course, the purpose of these satisfaction surveys is to give us regular feedback as to how we're doing, and to be able to look at that feedback across time, the same type of questions with the same administration method. So our response rate for the student survey was around 24%, which Ruffalo Noel Levitt's considers to be a very strong response rate. The student satisfaction survey is from Ruffalo Noel Levitt's. That's I think they just got bought out or rebranded. It's now in Cora. But that is a survey this survey is administered to hundreds of institutions across the U.S. each year. We're gonna go first through strengths and opportunities. So if you look at the strengths from the student perspective, the strengths are in a number of those support services. So library resources, academic advising, tutoring services. And then there's a lot of strengths around our academics. So faculty being available, the course content being valuable, the academic programs helping in their career pursuits. The assessment process being fair, et cetera. At the bottom there, the three strongest strengths from the student life perspective was the commitment to racial harmony, the student center, and then disciplinary procedures being fair. So I just pulled out the top most positive responses, and you will also be able to, you can look at this later, but if we compare the student responses, satisfaction level from 2023 to 2025, virtually every single one you'll see an increase. So this far right column is the 2025 results. In terms of opportunities, the biggest one, which has been very consistent over time, is financial aid. Students still struggle with the cost of higher education. They have some, and again, even for these that are opportunities, you will see that there is a marked increase in satisfaction from 2023 to 2025. I would say one of the biggest areas is that student-centeredness. That's feedback for us always to remember is customer service and student-centeredness in terms of how we operate the university. So we've done a lot better, and there's always ways that we can improve in those areas. Factors influencing students' decisions to enroll. Top three have been very consistent over the past 6 years. Financial aid that is offered to them, cost to attend Alabama State University, and academic reputation. Those have consistently been the top three factors that students consider. We do have some open-ended comments in the presentation. I'm not going to go through all those now. It's probably more time conscious to let you read this on your own, but for every single topic, we provide an example of a positive comment and a comment that gives us constructive feedback. But all of those are in the presentation that you will have digitally. And then the last slide for students, there is an overall question. What is your satisfaction overall with Alabama State University? So you can see from there's 2023 and 2025. There has been a slight shift to the neutral in 2025, but I want Dr. Petty to mention where we've come from since 2018.
Right. At the beginning, when Dr. Ross started in 2017, but our first survey was done in 2018, and the overall student satisfaction, we were at 48%, as in compared to what's in the presentation. You see, it has improved by 7% because we're now at 59%.
Right, we're going to move on to the employee satisfaction. So our the response rate for this survey was just under 50%, with more staff than faculty responding. But we do have more staff than faculty as well. The survey asks about institutional goals. So the first two institutional goals have been consistent over the past 6 years. Number one, everybody agrees increase enrollment of new students, and number two, retain more of the current students. Number three is increasing the quality and existing academic programs. In the past, somehow tied to number three, used to be improved employee morale, but that has now fallen to as employee morale has increased, that has fallen to not one of the top priority institutional goals. So in 2025, these are the top three institutional goals as identified by the employees. So currently, in spring 2025, employee satisfaction, 73% of employees indicated that they were satisfied. And Dr. Petty is going to give you that 2018 number.
In 2018, we were at 55% as compared to where we are now. So there's an 18% improvement.
In terms of strengths from the employee perspective, the strengths are really around pride that all employees have in working for Alabama State University and in the leadership of Alabama State University. And again, you can see from 23 to 25, there has been an increase in every single one of these areas. Opportunities, there's always an interest in looking at how does Alabama State pay compared to other institutions of higher education. And this is, I will say, before the pay increase that was offered to employees in the fall, because this was administered in the spring. Still work to do around communication between departments. And really, I think most of these statements are around employees wanting to be more engaged in their work at Alabama State University. If I could categorize them all together, it's about looking for increased opportunities to be engaged. Again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these open-ended comments. I'll let you all review those in the presentation when you receive it. All right, we're going to move on to alumni, and maybe I'm going to present this.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to talk to you about the alumni and donor satisfaction survey. This is not an R&L survey. This is a homegrown survey developed in partnership by OIE and the Alumni Affairs Office. So in terms of participation, we had 764 alumni and donors participate in this particular survey. Of that number, 47% were alumni, 12% were donors, and another 41% considered themselves alumni and donors. Degrees earned from the respondents were 69% earned an undergraduate degree from ASU, 6% earned a graduate degree, and there was another 25% that earned both. In terms of demographics, participation by graduation year. So we can see that the 1990 decade classes came out on the top in terms of participation. However, we did have alumni as far back as the class of 1950 participate in this survey. In terms of current location of our alumni donors, the USA South is where the majority are at 87%. In terms of the current salaries of our alumni, 31% earn between $50,000 and $75,000, 25% earn between $75,000 and $100,000, and more than $100,000 become 26%. We're going to talk a little bit about the responses. This includes career prep, engagement, and connections. So, when alumni were asked to rate the preparation that they received from ASU for their subsequent career or further education, 91% rated excellent to good. When asked about alumni association membership, 47% said yes, they were members. And another 35% said, no, I'm not, but let's change that. And they sent their contact information so that they can be contacted by the Alumni Affairs Association for membership. When asked, were you an advocate for ASU? 83% said definitely yes. Has your relationship with ASU strengthened or changed after graduation? 58% said it strengthened. 31% said it remained the same. And another 10% said it was weakened. When asked about what would enhance your engagement and connection with ASU as alumni, 33.6% said more networking events. Another 27.6% said regular newsletters, and 16.2% said, mentorship opportunities. In terms of the importance of supporting ASU financially or through other means, 85% thought it would be important to give back to the university. When asked about why haven't you donated, 55% said budgetary constraints. So I'm going to follow suit with Brandon in terms of these open-ended comments. We have grouped them by heading, and the upper right-hand corner tells you the percentage of comments, and they are in descending order. So the first thing is strong academic preparation and faculty impact. This is one example I'm going to read. The rigor at ASU prepared me for both graduate studies at another university and the career world. Theme 2, real world readiness and career preparation gap. Theme 3, lifelong pride and community connection. ASU not only prepared me for my career, but it gave me the foundation I needed to work in any environment and still know my work. Theme 4, faculty excellence and mentorship legacy. Great teachers and staff members helped me be the person I am today. And then we have a need for enhanced engagement and alumni communication. Coming in at 9% of the comments, more communication on what's going on at ASU. Contact alumni more than once a year when you're requesting them. And then the last thing, barriers to continue giving or engagement. I was never approached, didn't have time to really become involved. And I was saving money and paying my kids' tuition and housing aid. All right, Dr. Petty.
What we will continue to do is make the gold standard a part of ASU culture. We saw today that we awarded our second individual the gold standard award. We are still very much trusted for the gold standard customer service model. Making sure that new employees are integrated into that model, as well as making students aware that's the service that we will deliver. We will have additional conversations with faculty and staff and students to better understand their concerns in the low scoring areas. On the survey, we already had a conversation with the cabinet members who had, so we're going to start making plans with them on how we can improve in those areas. We're going to continue to work in spreading awareness and support the full utilization of Morning Connect, which is our communication tool across all areas of the university to strengthen communication, not only internally, but externally as well. Our next steps, again, we'll share this information with the campus. We'll prepare upcoming professional development that we do through IEC. We'll have a satisfaction survey dashboard that's being developed through Tableau, which is the system that we use. And we'll have departmental sessions to develop a plan of action to improve outcomes. That is the conclusion of our presentation. Here's some questions.
Dr. Petty, I want to thank you and your team for an outstanding job. And of course, we use this data because we are a data-driven campus, and continuous improvement is our goal. And so we're extremely appreciative. This concludes my presentation. If you have any questions.
Any questions from any of the board members? I'd just like to say thanks as well. What we need is feedback from our students, from our faculty, our staff, to help us improve. And since we're talking about surveys, I was here last weekend for the alumni basketball weekend. I immediately got a survey, and I was just so impressed. So I could put in feedback, which you're like, well, so we are doing a good job of capturing how we make everything better at Alabama State. So thank you again for the presentation. Yes.
I would say you do have what's called a survey policy, thank you to this board. And so we involve everyone from athletics. We try to embed continuous improvement across the university. That's how we're going to continue to get better. We're going to be gold standard across the university.
Thank you.
Great job.
Great job. Okay, at this time, we'd like to have our committee reports. The first is the executive committee. First on the action for the executive committee is the ASU memorial. I'd like to, at this time, entertain a motion regarding that action.
Madam
So
Chair.
moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the ASU memorial. Are there any questions regarding that? Hearing none, Mr. President, roll call vote.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Bracy, Trustee Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie, Trustee Means, Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Yes. Motion carried.
Thank you.
I just want to thank whoever thought of this because this helps tell our story.
Mhm.
And I think that they've done a really, really good job of it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, can't wait to see all the good things to come out of that. The next thing we have on for action is coming from Academic Affairs. Trustee McCord.
Madam Trustee. Action items, the alternative credential policy, the classification threshold policy, and the faculty handbook. All three were passed out of the Academic Affairs Committee by unanimous vote. And so I would like to present that to the full board for approval.
Is that a motion?
That is a motion. But it
Second.
doesn't need a second since it came out of committee, right?
No, it needs a second.
Second. I'll second.
Okay.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the three policies that came out of the two policies and the one handbook that came out of Academic Affairs. Are there any questions? Hearing none, Mr. President, roll call vote.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie, Trustee Means, Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Yes. Motion carries, Madam Chair.
Thank you. At this time, Trustee Edwards, governance.
Yes, there are two action items from the governance committee. Those are one, the use of the university purchasing card and cash advances and for travel expenses, creating policies and procedures as to that, as well as the reorganization. If we could do those as one motion.
Yes.
To approve the policies and procedures for the use of the credit card and travel expenses advancement, as well as the reorganization and the chart and all that information is, of course, in the materials.
Madam Chair, I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve both of the actions coming out of the governance committee. Are there any questions? Hearing none, Mr. President, roll call vote.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Bracy, Trustee Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie, Trustee Means, Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you. The next committee is audit. Trustee McKenzie.
It's not on.
Oh, okay. There were no actions to come out of audit committee. The next committee is development.
Madam Chair, I would like to put before the board for approval, the MOU between ASU and the ASU Foundation. Ask for approval as presented in that committee.
Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the MOU between Alabama State Board of Trustees and Alabama State University Foundation. Are there any questions? Hear none. Mr. President, roll call vote.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Bracy, Trustee Edwards,
Yes.
Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee McKenzie, Trustee Means, Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Yes. Motion carries, Madam Chair.
I'd just like to say I'm very happy to have that MOU approved because the only way we work together, we have to work with all the elements of Alabama State. So that's a very good thing that we're working together on with the foundation. President of the foundation, you have any comments? The chair?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm so glad to be here with you all today. President Ross, Chairwoman Dillard, I'd like to thank you all for your continued support of the ASU Foundation. We're doing some great things with the foundation. Our foundation has grown over the years. We have some great partnerships. We thank Colonel Clark for all that he's doing with the foundation. We look forward to the continued growth with the foundation and the partnership with the university.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finance Committee. Oh, I'm sorry. Athletics.
Madam Chair, we do not have any action items for athletics.
Thank you. At this time, Property Committee,
Madam President,
Trustee Hudson.
the university, first of all, the property committee has one action item. The university has the opportunity to obtain additional property in the property acquisition. And I move that we accept the new property.
There's two pieces of property, Trustee Hudson.
Well, I was making the motion that we accept all 4 properties in the property acquisition.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we accept all 4 property acquisitions that are coming before the board. Are there any questions? Hearing none, Mr. President, roll call vote.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Edwards,
Yes.
Trustee Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee Means, Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,
Yes.
Trustee Witt. Yes. Motion carries, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you. The next is the Finance Committee. Trustee Brace is not here, but there were no items to come before the board from the Finance Committee. Next, Investment Committee. Trustee McKenzie. There were no actions to come before the Investment Committee. The next committee, Student Affairs, Trustee Hudson.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, the Student Affairs Committee has no action items.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to hear from our Faculty Senate. Good afternoon.
Faculty Senate Chair
afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the Board of Trustees, President Ross, Provost Pettis, and esteemed university colleagues. We, the ASU faculty, are honored to serve as bridge builders, working on legacy grounded in equity.
Excuse me, could you turn the mic?
Okay.
Push.
I just go, okay. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Sorry, let's start again.
Sure.
Okay. First time's everything. Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the Board of Trustees, President Ross, Provost Pettis, and esteemed university colleagues. We, the ASU faculty, are honored to serve as bridge builders, forging a legacy grounded in equity, respect, and academic leadership. We look forward to working alongside our president, chief academic officers, staff, students, and the broader university community in a spirit of collaboration and shared purpose. We are steadily progressing and making history not only for today, but for future generations who will benefit from the foundation we are building now. Shared governance will be central to our pursuit of local and institutional excellence as we work intentionally towards maximizing our collective impact. Our strength lies in partnership. Together with this administration, we remain committed to advancing our mission of living our values and ensuring that our efforts create meaningful outcomes, maximize impact, and lead to lasting success for our institution and those we serve. Let us move forward with courage, unity, and vision. The work we do today shapes the opportunities of tomorrow. When we lead with purpose and serve with integrity, we do more than educate. We transform lives, empower communities, and inspire future history. The best chapters of our story are still ahead, and together we will write them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'd like to hear from our non-instructional staff council.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, pleased to be here. I would like to echo what Chairwoman had mentioned earlier, capturing how to make things better. In my years here at Alabama State University, I know that all things are possible. We've accomplished what we would have thought some time ago, the impossible. And you know, if this is one of the last things I do as an employee and also the non-instructional staff council president, I'm going to do the best I can to see this through because I know it's going to be possible. But I want to first echo the report that was given earlier. You know, the morale is way up there. You know, every time I ride on campus, I notice the buildings and everything going up. And I've been here long enough to see buildings go up and come down. I've been here technically since '87. You know, President Ross and I got here in '87. So started working here in 1990, from 90 to 94. Grad school came back in '99. So ASU, it's in my blood. But having said all that, I want to say this to you. I envision a time where we would be able to come up with a staff faculty retired ID card. When a staff or faculty member retire, they retire with an ID card that says retired. The card will come with benefits, i.e. permanent email addresses, discounts on game season tickets, free parking, discounts on bookstores, and definitely access to the library and so on. But my goal is to establish a committee, various parts, i.e. auxiliary, ASU Foundation, athletics, and police, and to say the like, you know, come together to see what that looks like. It will work because every time you scan that ID card, ASU Foundation will receive an alert or a notification, meaning that that information will be current and we'll have a way to send a class card or whatever it is we want to send to them. So it'll work in many ways. It'll keep us connected with them. And I know that, you know, my years here, I know eventually I'm going to retire. But I think that I would probably want to come on campus, have a cup of coffee over in the cafe, and be able to sit and keep the legs up rather than going to Crystals or McDonald's sitting with the other old folks. Because I'm seasoned. So you know, I get that, and I see that it's possible. It's very possible. So that's our goal as a non-instructional staff council to see that through. I will reach out to Chief Rowe and a few others to sit down and try to imagine or reimagine that opportunity. But this concludes my report. The rest of it is in your hands.
Thank you very much. And I think that retiree card is in the realms of possibility. Next, we have, because I understand we don't have SGA representation, but we have a special recognition from our students. I'd like for the students who went to Israel from Alabama State to stand and perhaps one person talk about. Come on up. I'd just like to say that these students joined Dr. Cable and I to Israel, and we could not have been more proud of how they represented Alabama State. We didn't have complaining. We had to walk. It was tiring. And other students, there were Florida A&M, Howard, and Southern. But when I tell you, the Alabama State students stood out among everyone. The people who sponsored the trip saw that, so we're just so proud of you. And if someone would just like to talk for just a brief minute about your experience, it'd be great.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hi, I'm Uriah Love. I'm a freshman here at the illustrious Alabama State University. I'm one of the students that got an opportunity to go to Israel. So pretty much our trip was about learning about different like Christianity sites and different things like that. And so I had a good relationship with God, but I think going actually Israel and like seeing like where Jesus was buried, where he was resurrected, things like that, I think that it really kind of tied everything in for me and kind of like, I'm not gonna say put things in perspective, but it definitely gave me a new outlook, not only on life, but my beliefs. And being with people that actually look like me was just a big plus. So I would like to thank y'all for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Anybody else?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mariama Rogers. I'm a communications major here at Alabama State University. And I would like to formally thank President Ross and Trustee Diller for allowing us to experience this opportunity that allowed us to really have a different mindset and a different outlook on life and leadership. I feel like while being in Israel, we saw different leadership strategies, a different way of life, which allowed me to move forward with my peers in a way to influence others and actually get other people excited about different opportunities and different cultures. So I sincerely thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm a software accounting major here. I'm also a part of my Marching Learning. I really want to thank you guys for the opportunity to be able to get that far across the world. I probably never would have been able to without you. And I really thank you for the opportunity to be able to do it with people that look like me. And it was like a very comfortable situation. I was able to learn a lot of things and just get a new perspective on everything in life. It was a very fun trip. And I really want to thank everybody for it. Thank you. Greetings, everyone. My name is Diane Stoller. I am a senior finance major, and this trip has been an experience, a life-changing experience. I'm so excited I got the opportunity to come meet my peers from Alabama State University, and overall, just eye-opening, and I wouldn't take it for granted. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
And I have to say that Rihanna is a great spades partner. Thank you guys, and also Landon Hale joined us as well. And I can't say enough of how proud we were to just have you guys be on such great behavior. Thank you again.
Thank you.
President Ross.
Yes. And Madam Chairwoman, I'm just elated that we had the opportunity to expand on this opportunity to go to Israel. Of course, I had the opportunity several years ago to go, and then the opportunity became available again. And you and Dr. Cable, and this time we were able to take students. Now I have to tell you, I was getting calls from Israel, right, to talk about how superb you all were, how wonderful you were. I got calls from other presidents that were on that trip to talk about how Alabama State University stood out among the rest. I had the opportunity to meet the gentleman that put it together.
Dr. Jackson.
Yeah, Dr. Jackson. And he had to find me to let me know that Alabama State University was above the rest. And so I'm just so proud of you all. And you said it best when you said it's a life-changing experience. And I'm just so glad that you had the opportunity to do it. And we'll try to do it for other students as well. Thank you.
President Dillard. President Dillard.
Trustee McCoy.
So I had a phone call this morning with the CEO of PES, with who did the trip, and he has said that at least 2 more trips this year for ASU students. So start picking the students. And he again commended how well our students did and how wonderful they were.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you guys very much. And I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Mr. Montgomery for pulling this together for Alabama State and all the other alumni. I think everybody in Israel knew him. Thank you guys very much. Okay. Okay, at this time, do we have any other business to come before the board? President Ross.
Madam Chairwoman, if Provost Pettis will please introduce.
Madam President, board members, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
A pleasure to greet you on this wonderful afternoon, such a momentous day for the university. From the standpoint of the full board, I wanted to give you the opportunity to meet some of our newly appointed deans. Dr. Anthony Broughton of the College of Education, he joined us in his newly lamented role as part of the fall commencement, previously serving as the Associate Dean over in the College of Education. We're happy to have him at the helm of the College of Education. Also with us today, Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone comes with years of experience, and he now serves as the Dean of the Percy J. Brown Jr. College of Business Administration. Doctors Brown Burton from the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences was here this morning for the Founders Day, but had to catch a flight this afternoon. And Dr. Willie Rockford for College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics is actually on the trip as well from the standpoint of taking care of some things related to some students that he had from a graduate perspective at his previous institution. So still honoring that commitment as he also honors the commitment here at Alabama State University.
Thank you.
Also would like to introduce Dr. Ron Collier. She serves as the Assistant Vice President for I was on roll.
You were.
Academic enhancement and development. Right? Academic enhancement and development. We have launched another search, and that's for innovation and external partnerships at the Assistant Vice President role. I'm about to give her the title. But she's doing a wonderful job. You all know Dr. Russell, who joined us in the fall. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the full cadre of members of the Council of Academic Deans and Directors. I don't all old and old and seasoned, the seasoned members. All right. We appreciate the effort. We appreciate you all's support for today. I leaned over and I said to Dr. McKesson and Dr. Bristol, we made history. And that doesn't come without strong leadership from Dr. Senate as well today. With that unanimous vote for moving forward the faculty handbook, as well as those policies from the standpoint of the progress that's made with ID and in conjunction with other offices, the handbook piece, 2009, 2025. So we made history here. And so Dr. McKesson said that we did a day off. I said, no, we actually start the committee working again.
Anything else? Any other board members, any comments? I'd just like to say again, great Founder's Day. When I started here, the first one, I was a little disappointed. It just keeps getting better and better. So we had a great Founder's Day. And thanks to President, the administration, the faculty, the staff, the students, it was a great Founder's Day. So thank you guys for being a part of that. So at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion that we adjourn at the call of the chair.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we adjourn at the call of the chair. Are there any questions? Hearing none, Mr. President.
Chairwoman Dillard,
Yes.
Pro Tem Madison,
Yes.
Trustee Hudson,
Yes.
Trustee Edwards, Trustee
Yes.
Fleming,
Yes.
Trustee Gore, Trustee Lumsey, Trustee McCord,
Yes.
Trustee Kennedy, Trustee Means,
Yes.
Trustee Spencer, Trustee Ware,